you gotta always put tape on probably both edges, especially if you're trying to put this on alone. And make sure you get that bracket that comes off right here under the door first before you try to push it in at all, or you'll be digging into there. So this is a K20, the truck. These axles are out of a Suburban from the guy before me. I didn't put these in here. I would have left the 3/4 ton axles. But now it's more like a K10. And we're going to be putting a lift kit on it. I bought a used one. The guy didn't know what he was doing. It was a 70s truck. So, yeah, we're just going to put that on. It's a 4-inch lift spring, so we're putting that in the front. Everything's been pour 15'd under here. The wheel wells are bed lined in here, so. So on the passenger side, this is a U-bolt kit from Rancho for a 4-inch lift. On the passenger side, one is a lot bigger because it has to go around part of the differential housing, not just the axle tube. So you have two different sized ones on the passenger side of the truck. This is so you can see it more clearly. You have the two different size U-bolts. One goes around the differential, and the other one just goes around the axle tube. And I always connect the front shackle first, basically, the front mounting, and then do the rear shackle. It's easier to swing the leaf spring up in there. Okay, so I threw the hood on since the last video. That took probably a good hour to try to adjust it. I had to scoot the core support over a little bit, but I got all the gaps fitting really nice. It closes with like one hand. You don't have to jump on this like they usually do, so you got to spend time adjusting the hinges, getting everything to sit flush with the fenders, and then adjusting the latch inside here so that it closes nice and easy. And then you also want to try to get this line pretty straight across the top of the chrome. And so now we're going to throw some tires on it. I got the suspension all done, a lift kit in. Everything went in easy. That Rancho U-bolt kit was nice. Everything fit right. It is a little bit hard to find bushings for this. O'Reilly's had the wrong ones, so I had to kind of cut them down and figure some stuff out, but let's throw some wheels on it. Okay, so I got some 33 12.5 15s on kind of a classic style bullet hole wheel or whatever people call them. Got them off Craigslist, a little bit used, but they were on like a Toyota or something, you know, kind of wimpy, so thought they would go better on this. And I could do 35s, but I don't want to do a huge lift, and I also don't want to cut the fenders or anything. So I'm trying to just do these 33s. put these lug nuts on a couple of my trucks now with these aluminum wheels. I like to get these that have a shoulder on them. I don't know if you guys can see that. These have a shoulder on them. I feel like it helps it kind of center on the wheel, because they aren't hub centric, these wheels. They have a huge hub bore, so I like having a little bit of a shoulder to give something more for the wheel to center on a little bit, other than just the tapered part of the lug nut. So here's the truck. Got it all put together. Was trying to rush and get to a car show, so some of it didn't get filmed. A lot of it was somewhat boring, like cutting holes in the carpet and stuff for the seat belts, and small little painting, all these things. I had to paint, valve covers, air cleaner, parts and pieces, brackets here and there. Got the bumper on. This is actually the original bumper too. I looked on the back. It's an 83, just like the truck. It had one dent here, which I actually was able to pound out and get it to straighten out pretty nice. So for being original, and actually the chrome's in good shape. It's not rusting off yet. I did pour 15 the whole backside. I would definitely recommend that to anyone with any really old classic vehicle, is pour 15 the back, because I don't know if they didn't put enough chrome on the back or what the deal is, but the back side of bumpers always starts to rust before the front. So I just pour 15 the inside of it, sanded it a little, wiped it, cleaned it up, and then put some pour 15 on there, and it actually looks really nice. It cleans up everything. So on here we got the 33s. I did end up just putting the 20 badges back on it. I know it is a 20. A guy stole the 3/4 ton axles out from under it and put half-ton axles in it, so now it's kind of like a K10, I guess. I don't know. I left it at 20 though. Still got the tow mirrors. I'm not a huge fan of them, but it is what it is. So I'm going to give you guys a quick tour real quick around the truck of what it looks like. It's not totally done. It was kind of, the interior was thrown together kind of with some old parts just because we were trying to go to the car show for the weekend. But this is under the engine, or under the hood. That's what the engine, looks like. Did put in the electric fuel pump, but hid it down under by the tank switch. It is actually a very original truck. This is like my probably 5th or 6th Squarebody, and the wiring harness is just not hacked up on this truck. It still had the original glow plug relay and everything that kicked on when you turn the ignition on. Everything's very stock. It was owned by an old lady. And then it sat for about 15 years, but I like the paint color and everything. You can't really see it in here, but it's actually got gold metallic in it. Maybe over here in the sun you can see it better, but yeah, it's kind of dirty. You can't see it. But anyways, everything's looking pretty nice. The frame and everything, that's with the pour 15. Some of it's just, gloss black also out of a spray can, but I left everything original because 6.2s are kind of hard to find because everyone threw them away, but they are available. You just have to look for them and try to not find one that's already blown up. So this is it. Kind of kept the brown interior how it was. Put a new headliner in it. I actually did the headliner. You can buy 3M headliner spray adhesive, so did that. New trim piece with the Silverado emblem I had to buy. Everything came together actually pretty nice in here. Still got the original cassette player radio, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm gonna have to find some tapes, try that out. I still gotta fix this. The little tabs on the back of it are not holding it in anymore, so gotta fix that. I'm taking off this. You can just take this plastic, like fake chrome or whatever it is, off, and it's just adhesived onto the regular textured black gauge cluster face. So I'll just take that off and clean the adhesive off, because it'll probably look almost brand new once that's gone. So left all the stock you know, visors and stuff. They have all the diesel information on it, which I thought is pretty cool. Starting procedure and temperatures and stuff with the oil, what type to use. So as usual, like all the square bodies I've had that have electric door locks and windows, they don't do much. The lock does a little bit, but windows don't go up and down, so that's an issue. We will probably film reupholstering the seat. It's actually a lot easier than you'd think. Have some rags and stuff in here, but I got the original speakers in the corner of the cab. They actually still work and work good. So anyways, let's do a startup video just to show people what this thing sounds like. It is a just bone stock 6.2. All I did was straight pipe it. The mufflers were rotted out, so it is just straight piped. Right from there to there is about a 2-foot piece I welded in. So we'll start it up, and it actually drives down the road okay. People always say these are dogs and trash, basically, the naturally aspirated engines. But this thing gets right up to 55, no problem, and just hums down the road. For being the first time ever driving it, I was really surprised at how it runs and drives and everything. It's really not bad at all. So it does have a 700 R4, so maybe that's a little bit to do. It has some overdrive gearing, but well, we'll start it up. You guys can kind of hear it and see what it's like naturally aspirated. The belt's a little bit toast. don't get those door seals from LMC. They are horrible. Try to get soft seals. They shut way easier, aren't as stiff, aren't a big problem. But that's pretty much it for the truck in this video. So we'll see it at some point, probably. I don't really know if it'll be in the next video or not. Probably not. Next video is probably going to have to do with either the Duramax swap that's coming up or the Cummins swap. But you'll see in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.